Hello, you're welcome to the Breakfast Show on TSL Nigeria TV. My name is Uzezi Udoife Ideho. In recent years, a lot of progress has been recorded in the Nigerian entertainment industry, especially the movie world that we all know as Nollywood, with an output of over 2,500 productions yearly and various other platforms that showcase talents and creativity. I'm super excited to let you know that on the Breakfast Show today, we are graced with the presence of a Nollywood film director, filmmaker, and screenwriter in the person of Mr. Collins Isibor. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome on the show this morning. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I realize that you're the founder of HCP Productions, right? And you're also a filmmaker, you're a screenwriter, and a director. So you do a lot of things under Nollywood.
Yes, I am. Yes,
Okay.
I do.
So how long have you been in the industry, and how have you been able to create a niche for yourself in Nollywood?
Yeah, I've been in the industry for a couple of years, and to God be the glory, it has been wonderful. And I was came through this level, becoming a DG and Directors Guild of Nigeria. You know, filmmaking is something I love doing, and I had to sacrifice a lot to get to that level. And I'm not just a director, but a certified director.
When you say sacrifice a lot, did you start out to be a film producer, or you were doing something and you just said, okay, I think I like this thing, let me go into it?
No, you grow. It's a process. It's a process. Before you become a director.
Field entirely before? Or
No, it has been
a filmmaker, right?
Yes, it has always been a filmmaker, but for you to get to a director level, you need to pass through some process. You know, it's like you becoming an actor before you become a director. Because for you to, yes, because you can't just become a director without not knowing what acting is.
But I don't know, maybe like in film school or something, is there no room or classes for actors, for directors, scriptwriters? Like, is there no break?
Yes, you can't just jump to becoming a director. Even if you jump to becoming a director, you must still go to learn about acting, because knowing about acting would help you to correct your actors being a director on set.
Okay.
Well, I might not be passionate about being in front of the camera. Doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing behind the camera. So is it just because you need to know about acting? I feel like I know about acting even though I've not acted in front of the camera.
Yeah, being an actor doesn't mean you must be in front of the camera.
Okay.
Are you getting me? But because you are a director, you must understand that acting part. It's a process you need to know before you grow to become a director. If you become a director, you do not see yourself as an actor. For instance, now you're on set, you need to correct your actors. You need to tell them this is how they need to move their body. This is how you need to talk. This is the kind of dialogue, you know, your expressions, every part of you. You must know that acting.
Okay. I can't wait for us to get into the conversation.
Papa.
Because from your shirt, I can see the girl child. Are you a girl child advocate, or it's just the film thing that made you delve into the focus on the girl child?
Yeah, I'm an advocate.
Okay, for the girl child.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us about this project.
Okay, the girl child, it's one of my vision. It came out from Voice of the Voiceless initiative.
You're going to explain that. I'm going to explain that for us.
You know, everybody wants to do film, but I don't just want to do film. I want to do film for a reason. I don't want to make money like they say in quote, but I want to make.
Are you sure you don't want to make
Yeah.
Is that not what everybody says?
No, you understand why I said so.
Okay.
You know, making money is not it's not something I'm saddled to, because I know I have and I will make that money.
Okay.
You know, it's what I'm trying to say is this. My vision is not just to run into making the money. I want to make an impact. In process of making an impact, I will definitely make money.
Okay.
It's a sure thing.
Okay.
There's no...
Impact on the money.
Yes. So this Voice of the Voiceless initiative is something, it's a responsibility that I must fulfill in life. And I want to stand in the gap of people. I want to be a voice. Where they cannot get to, I want to be there for them, especially when it comes to this filmmaking. It's like painting scripture in picture. You know, as for me, now, I looked around, just like my upbringing, being abused, and also...
You were abused?
Yeah, somehow.
You want to talk about it?
Maybe in another show.
Okay. Sorry, because I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, like, were you abused? Is this why you focus on the girl child, and stuff like that, being a voice to a voice like
You're male
Okay,
and you.
yeah, you might be abuse is not just about when maybe you've been raped or all that.
sexually.
There are so many children on the streets. There's so many people on the street, so many hawking, so many do all sort of things. So many who had no opportunity to go to school, or because they just want to be deaf. Their parents are sending them to do this and do that, or their guardians, or uncles, aunties. Being in that situation from your upbringing, especially the gender discrimination, where your parents or maybe your father, especially, who says, is this son, I need more male son, or needs that. I went through that.
No male
Okay.
And at the end,
Oh, sorry to cut you short. Or you're male and the story is about the girl child abuse. So I'm curious, why didn't you come from the male angle of abuse and you're coming from the female angle? Do you think you have enough empathy to actually pass the message? Because a lot of women have been abused, and if you're venturing into such a sensitive matter, I feel you should have, either an experience or you have something that is really, really prompting this passion in you. So what prompted it coming from the female angle of abuse?
yeah, because this very one, my own story is coming soon.
Okay.
It's coming soon. And it's, by God's grace, it's going to blow the screen. It's going to be something also.
You could choke.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's a restriction.
But this very one, it's a fact, not a fiction.
Okay.
It's something that happened to somebody.
A real life story.
Yeah, a very close friend of mine, and she said, Director Collins, I want to see this thing in a film. And because I am not self-centered to just, go on and said, yours would hold on, let me do mine. No, I just want to make sure visions, this person's dream, comes to pass. So that a lot of people, yes, a lot of people there, because of this, the ministries like Ministry of Women Affairs, they've given us so many of their stories, and we've seen so many things happening out there. And this project, the Girl Child, is something I've been waiting for a couple of years now to bring to limelight. I'm so grateful that it's coming out soon, and I want people to.
We can't wait for it to be on screen so we can see what you've actually thought about. Now let's go deeper into the industry. We see, I don't know, but let me say it this way. I see a lot of movies, show up on Nollywood, and I can literally just tell the storyline from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you see other movies in the cinemas and stuff like that. And I'm beginning to act like those producers who produce the ones that we can just see and say, okay, this man will marry this girl, but man will agree. Mother-in-law will give this girl issues. I don't know, like, what's the top of game?
Okay, everything starts from the screenwriter.
Okay.
From the scripting, you screenplay your story. When you screenplay your story, before the screenplay, you need to make a plot. It's that plot that will enable you.
Is that where the issue is coming from?
Yeah, it comes from there, most especially.
You definitely agree with me that there are sometimes that you see a movie and you see a young girl carrying tray on her head, and you see a big car pass.
And they're already in love. Actually, I actually had a question very much related to that. I wanted there's a lot of cluster, like she said, in the Nollywood industry. And Nollywood welcomes a lot of ethnics, languages, different things, and everything is welcomed under Nollywood. Yeah. But how has HCP Productions been able to keep their uniqueness? Because, like she said, once you see a poor girl carrying a tree, she's falling in love with a prince. Or you see a rich princess that sees a hunter somewhere, and she's already in love.
Once you just see a jeep pass the girl with a tree, and they make eye contact, the guy will ask her for, where do you know so and so person's house? That's all. They will meet again. Before you can hop in my car, they will meet. If you get home and saying, I found my wife, mother will say, who is the girl?
No, you're not marrying her. She's too poor. She doesn't fit our status quo.
We are bored with these kind of stories. What is the top of game?
Okay.
HCP, how far? Let us know, is there hope for such screen?
Yeah, I believe in this season, this time, the production is changing. Yeah, you would see. Maybe from our own production, you start seeing different. Maybe you start.
Are we still going to see? Because going through your socials, I saw a lot of productions under HCP.
Yes.
So have you been, implementing the uniqueness?
Yes.
Are we still going to wait for the future to see?
No. That's one standard we must always keep in High Collins production. We must keep that standard. Now, I was talking to you about the screenwriter. That's the screenplay. That's where the whole trick comes in. When you're screenplaying your story, you make your plot. take people's mind away from this is how the story is going to end. Or, when I'm screenwriting my stories, I will call like 2, 3, 4, 5 persons. I'll say, okay, I'll send to you. I do script conference.
Okay. You ask for opinion.
Yes. Don't send your message direct. Sometimes I start from the end to the middle, then back to the beginning of the film. And you'll be wondering, where is the story going to? Like the recent one I did. When it comes out, you also see. I personally.
Mr. Collins, you seem to be a jack of all trades in Nollywood because you're a screenwriter, you're a filmmaker, you're a film director, you're an actor, and I saw that you say you're a talent promoter, so you do a lot of things in Nollywood. How are you able to keep yourself efficient? Is there any aspect that is suffering while the other is? Because you've been promoting, you're a director. What of the other aspects that you're also featuring?
No part of it is suffering right now because I have time for everything. I make a schedule for every of the areas at which I'm covering. I try my best possible to make sure none part of it is suffering. From the screenwriter to the producing part of it to the directing.
I'm tempted to ask you, like, did you want to do everything?
Everything.
So you will not pay post salary.
No. Why I'm doing this at the same time, I'm grooming people.
Okay.
I'm grooming people. Talent grooming is something I cannot do without because like I said, I want to leave a footprint.
So if anyone wants to learn about script writing, film directing, maybe like any other thing concerning film, do you just accept people, or do they have to pay for it, or?
Yeah, for a couple of years I've been doing it free.
Okay.
Then I decided this year is going to be different.
Okay.
This year, because I noticed a lot of people, they said when you do something you do not pay for or you do not value, you will not put more of your time towards it. A lot of people give excuses, but when you know your money is there, you would definitely want to.
I can't let you leave this there without asking you this question. In Nollywood, in the Nigerian film space, we get a lot of stories. You are a director,
yeah.
So I want you to please be honest with me. We get a lot of stories of ladies saying, oh, I'm asked to come do so and so with this director, so to get this screen role. I'm asked to, maybe probably just sell my body. So
yeah.
I'm going to feature in this movie, especially for young girls who are coming up, who want to, because there are 2 agencies in Nigeria, and people just think that, oh, if you don't sacrifice your body, you can't really get to the top. Movie industry and modeling.
Yes.
People
Exactly.
just say that, oh, if you're not giving director, you have not seen director privately and stuff like that. How would you term this? Is it you can't tell me that it's not happening.
It's happening.
So will you say, is it reducing, and how is HCP, or how will HCP just actually turn the bad lights away?
Yeah, as for us, I believe that is the purpose where voice of the voiceless comes to play.
Okay.
We notice that a lot of things are happening, a lot of abuse in directors, producers, production manager. Most of the crews are taking advantage of, actors.
But why is it so, though?
Because so many of them are desperate.
So many want to be actors?
Yes, and they don't want to go through
Is it really
process.
about the desperation, or is it just, the beastly mentality?
No, they don't want to go through a process. Like what we set out now to do in HCP is we decided to set out an agency.
Okay.
In our agency, we'll train you, we'll promote you, which means our agency is a management outfit. So while you are under our management, it's our duty to promote you. Any actor, any director, producer who wants to use you in our film will reach us. And when you reach us, you said, I want to use this actor, we'll let you understand this is a certified actor. It's an actor under our agency. You will not start seeking for her body. You will not take her for granted. You will not ask her to come for a location and you will not take care of her. Those are where those things come from.
Oh, so people even go to locations that are not catered for?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
They'll go and say, I want to act, man. They don't even put me.
They tell you you are just coming up. Yeah, there are processes at which you must go. But nevertheless, you should be taken care of. Your safety matters. Your protection, security, everything matters. So in that process...
I wouldn't totally agree with you on that. Maybe for HCP, you would be blaming the actors. But
No,
even
I'm not blaming the
no,
actors.
in your own words, a lot of people don't want to go through the process.
Yes.
So what of other people that even when you've gone through the process, they still just want that, they want to satisfy their own, selfish interests, and they would want to abuse you or do other things. Is it because there's really no censorship?
check.
There's no check. There's nobody that checkmates Nollywood in Nigeria. Is it why it's like
Aside
that?
from
disciplinary committee.
aside from
Yes.
Nollywood, it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. Even boss to his staff, and even staff to his younger staff. Everything happens. It happens. But in Nollywood, maybe because we're into the show business, and maybe people see it every time, they feel like, okay, these things that it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So
But there is no disciplinary check, though. Like
yeah,
you say.
the blame is not just on the actors. It's also on the directors and some other filmmakers who was sick. So when somebody is asking you for something and you don't want to give it, he's not going to put guns on your head and shoot you.
But some actors you just feel like, I'm going to miss out on this role and this and that. I just really wish there was someone they could call their attention to. And say,
That means that job is not for you.
Okay.
If he asks for you, that means that job is not for you. You don't sacrifice your body, your dignity for something,
I just really hope.
I was when I was coming up to, I serve people. Whoever asks for my body is he knows that I am too good for you to ask for that. That means you're chasing me away, and you will lose.
Everybody have that mentality.
Darren Collins, please, time is fast spent. So I just want you in a nutshell to tell the audience, people that would be looking forward to your upcoming production. I know you've said it, but I just want you to tell them this is what you're to expect. This is the message I'm trying to pass, and so that they would be eager to watch The Girl Child and Not for Sale.
The Girl Child, it's one of my best production. You have The Girl Child, I Am Not for Sale. A lot of our young ones, especially the female ones, have been abused, and at the same time the abuse is still going on. But we deem it fit to see how we can bring resolution to it. So in this production, you're going to see how we try to bring resolution to gender discrimination, illiteracy, sexual harassment, teenage pregnancy, hawking. We try our best possible to make sure. Yes, trafficking. Okay. Like our meetings with the human trafficking, immigration towards it. You see, everything is we're trying our best to make sure all these things are infused in this production. Why? Because we notice irregular migration is becoming too much. And our youth, and to cut the long story short, we try to bring this so-called internet fraud into it. How
it's everything.
All in The Girl
how
Child.
it makes people, our young ones, not to focus anymore.
If we say we start that chapter, it's a very, very long one. Collins Isibor, I feel like hugging you, but let me wait till after the show.
Yes.
Thank you so very much for being here. Now, from us on the Breakfast Show, let's just be honest with you. There's a process to everything. Like he said, like Collins rightly said, if you're aspiring to be an actor, there are steps you have to climb. And if you ever get to any step and someone is telling you to sacrifice what you know you are not supposed to, please back out, because other opportunities, better ones at that, will come. That's as far as much as we can take on the Breakfast Show. Thank you so very much for joining us always Mondays and Wednesdays. We look forward to getting feedback. Don't forget that you can subscribe to all our social media handles, TSL Nigeria TV. So we'll come here again next week, Monday. Stay safe. My name is Daisy Deho.
Stay connected to TSL Nigeria and get updates on the go all day, every day. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on TSL Nigeria Space TV and join our online family.